Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Leigh. Oh, you want to talk
Welcome to the Leigh
now?
Stocker Show.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Here's what's going to happen. You're on. Ladies and gentlemen, Leigh Stocker, go. I'm going to go grab a breakfast sandwich. Do it.
Good. I will take a bacon and sausage on cheese and ham on a croissant.
That's typically what a breakfast sandwich is comprised of.
Well, as long as it has bacon in it, we're good.
Your powers of logical deduction are dizzying.
It's 7:30 in the morning.
Is this early for you?
Today it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
You having a rough start this morning?
Yes, sir.
But you look vibrant. I mean, that's,
That's what it's all about, right?
You walked in here
Nothing
like...
else matters.
You didn't so much as walk in. You kind of glided in. It was interesting. Effortlessly. Leigh just manifests in the studio.
I come in and I turn the air conditioning off. It's the first thing I do.
Yeah. Well, the air conditioning is...
I'll turn it on when I leave.
But the AC is in... it's on in here in the wintertime.
Why?
Look over my shoulder. Do you see all that equipment? It generates
I see
heat.
padded walls.
There's padded walls in here for very good reason. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but
you can't see the ankle chain that's connecting me to the desk, so I don't go too crazy. No, but I mean, all the equipment that's in this building gets very, very hot. Mm-hmm. And even in the wintertime, especially with the sun coming through the window, and then all of the equipment heat, if the temperature gets too hot in here, which it's not that difficult to get 90 degrees in here, even in the wintertime, that the equipment can start having issues. So we keep the AC
and so
on.
can you.
I have issues all the time, irrespective of temperature, but they're exacerbated with heat and humidity. So. Yeah. So what are we talking about today?
Well, I figured we'd get off of the dementia topics. We've had a lot of that lately, and kind of talk about something that some points for people to pay attention to that maybe go overlooked a lot about how to prevent falls. Fall risks for older people are the number one thing that's going to land somebody in the hospital.
Right.
And so they're going to fall, they're going to break something, they're going to go to the hospital, and then they're going to call me. So that's how it works. 863-8181. But if you want to avoid that sequence of events, I mean, I certainly would always advise people to call me because we do great things at Summercrest. But, if you want to skip over the fall part of the sequence, there's a few things to pay attention to. And one of those things is pets. Mm-hmm. So, when I come in here every Tuesday morning, your dog Sammy always comes and greets me, and fortunately she's very, very well behaved. But when I go home to my house every day, my dogs greet me a little bit wilder than that, and they can be a risk even for somebody who's not considered an older adult. Yeah. So really it's important to make sure that they do not get underfoot and don't cause you to trip. If you are an older person who's a fall risk, it might behoove you to not have a cat. Or, I mean, it's important for people to have pets, and they really do a lot of good things for our stress levels. But, cats have a tendency to wrap themselves around your feet and your ankles, and they can be a really big fall risk.
Yes. Yeah.
So another thing is, avoiding flooring that is really slippery. For example, in my house, we have hardwood floors. It's pretty slippery, and it's fun for me. But, if my dad were to come over, he's going to have to, take it really slow because, he's could be, a fall risk. So you want to avoid slippery floors, highly waxed floors. Like if you were to walk into Summercrest, you won't find floors like that anywhere. Everything is, low carpeted, so that's easy for people to get some traction on, but also easy for people who do use walkers or canes to be able to kind of glide over that surface. Mm-hmm. So that's one important thing to pay attention to. And these are things that really go overlooked pretty easily. Another thing is to avoid putting items that you use on a regular basis in low drawer storage. So anything that's close to the floor, it's easier to get down than it is to get up for most people. So if you're putting things that you use on a frequently low, and close to the floor, your risk for getting down and not being able to get back up is highly. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. I'm so used to you bantering back and forth with me.
You're just on a roll.
I know. So. Okay. Well, see, I'm just proving to myself that I could do this.
You can.
So next Tuesday, just go ahead and sleep in.
Okay. Can I really?
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned.
You should guest host one day.
No. No, I lose track of my words in the course of a couple of minutes. If anything longer than that, it'd be a disaster. Mm-hmm. So, but another thing to think about too is if you are getting dressed or putting on your shoes, sitting on a firm chair rather than the edge of your bed. Most people, your mattress is kind of flippy floppy and it's easier to slide off of than it is if you're sitting on a firm chair with some high arms on it. Mm-hmm. So that's an important thing to pay attention to when we have new residents coming in, and they always ask, oh, what should I bring? We have what I call a packing list that I send to families so that they know.
It's kind of like going to summer camp.
It is. It's like going to a resort.
Yeah.
I've never been to summer camp. I have been to a resort.
Really?
No,
wow.
No. So
they have summer camp for kids now, for adults now. It's like you can
it's
as
called
an adult.
Work.
Well, no. They actually have camps that if you were a summer camp kid, you can go back as an adult. And you can do everything. You sleep in a cabin and bunk beds, and you go to breakfast, and you go to archery, and you go to the lake, and you do all that stuff.
That what people do for vacation?
And then at night, you sit around the campfire, and of course, then there's adult-friendly beverages. So that's which, of course, you can't do. Well, you can't do that at most summer camps. There's some camps that keep that tradition alive. But yes, you can.
Interesting. And people pay for that?
Oh yeah, big bucks. Oh yeah, no, because it's for people who I grew up in summer camps, so I mean it was a great experience, and so if people as adults, they're reminiscing, they're thinking about their days in summer camp,
they're wishing they were children again.
Yeah. It's an escape. Yeah,
sounds awful. No, it doesn't sound like fun at all.
Getting all jacked up on s'mores and
no. If I'm going to go spend the night in the woods, it's going to be in a tent with nobody around.
See, I don't know why anybody would want to spend the night in a tent, period.
Well,
I have friends who, they'll go out and they'll spend, we're going camping for a week. Mm-hmm. And so, I stop by the campsite. They're like, oh, come on by for dinner. Like, all right, I'm going to go to your campsite for dinner. Okay, this ought to be exciting. And it's like you're living like a homeless person for a week.
Right. It's awesome. No. We have a couple of camping backpacks, so we load those up with all of our stuff, and we just go off hiking in the woods for a few miles, find a good spot, set up camp, and...
I'm in no way, shape, or form am I a dainty petite flower, but I am just I'm not a camping person.
Depends on who you compare yourself to.
So, I don't know. What does that mean exactly?
You are a dainty petite flower.
Thanks, Leigh. I appreciate that.
Summer camp doesn't sound like fun to me. It didn't sound like fun to me as a kid. Does not sound like fun to me as an adult.
You were one of the things you were talking about too is the furniture aspect, and one of the things that I've been seeing a lot of media awareness on right now is like small children that wind up getting seriously injured or killed as a result of heavy items that are placed on top of bureaus, like television sets. They'll, and you open the drawer and the center of balance is shifted, and now this large television set or something. I mean, I guess we're really kind of outside of the days of tube televisions, but items that fall on people. And that's something else, too, is the configuration, not only where the furniture is so that people aren't tripping on furniture, but also making sure that things aren't liable to fall.
Sure. And that's one of the benefits of being in a community like Summercrest is that you have staff that are coming in and out on a regular basis, whether they're helping you with showering and dressing and grooming or medication, whatever it is, there's staff that's coming in to help you. And they're not just there to do those direct personal care things. They're also looking around and make sure that the person is in a safe environment. Making sure that there's no hazards like that, because people go out and they buy things and they want to decorate and this and that, and things change as time goes on, with people's apartments and the items that they bring into them. So we keep an eye on things and make sure that things are safe for our residents. And another thing that we avoid we think our residents should avoid having throw rugs in their apartments. Those are a huge fall risk. It's very easy to get your toe caught under one of those if you use a walker or a cane to get the front of that device caught under that throw rug. So we try to advise people to not have those in their apartment.
All right, Leigh Stocker from Summercrest. Always a pleasure having you in studio.
Thank you. It's going to be a beautiful day, right? I'm going to the beach.
Is. Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you?
I'm out of here.
Where are you going?
York.
You're going to Maine, eh?
I'm going to Maine.
Going to Maine.
Yeah, no, I'm not really going to the beach. I'm going to work.
Okay. I was going to say, because, Steve's going to be looking for you. I mean, I'll cover for you if you want to.
No, if I was actually going to be going to York, I would say I was going to like Hampton or something. That way nobody could really find me.
All right. Well, you can read more on their website, www.summercrest.net. Again, summercrest.net, a senior assisted living community located in Newport. 169 Summer Street in Newport, to be exact. 863-8181. Again, 863-8181. Or you can email them at lstocker@summercrest.net. That's lstocker@summercrest.net. Leigh, have yourself a fantastic day.
Thank you.
I'm going to dedicate this song. This is LeBlanc and Carr. Falling. Have a great day. 7:48. News coming up. Don't go away.